Okay, well, this certainly wasn't the video that I intended to make today or yesterday, but I'm finally going to get a proper weekend off, which I haven't had in a little while, and so I've got all the machines oiled up and covered up to keep the dust and debris off them. The only thing that's, well, I can only imagine that shipboard service in the South Pacific would have been similar to the ability of things to rust in this shop. If you put your coffee cup down without lubricating it ahead of time, even that will rust. So anytime the machines are going to sit idle for more than about 2 days, I take rather elaborate steps to try to keep the corrosion and the dirt from causing too much of a bundle of work when I get back in the shop the next week. So I was hoping to get at least part 2 of the indicating done, and I might even post what I've put together already, which involved the lathe. But there's a couple of additional premise that I want to introduce and try to illustrate and explain along the way, part of which is you know, you're indicating on one side of the part or another face or aspect of the part to create the feature that you want. There's you know, something that needs to be understood and manipulated. Another thing is that, you know, past, present, and future, we have no way of really proving what the past of the part was unless we have a photograph or a drawing or a stamping on it that tells us how big it was. We can certainly understand what the present situation is. We can measure it and indicate it. And then we use that information, those measurements and indications, to predict the future, in that if we know where our tool path is relative to the part, we will be able to have a pretty good idea of what shape and size and sort of, you know, what will happen after we're done our next machining operation to it. So I'm afraid that'll have to do for this week, and I hope everybody has a great weekend, and there's definitely more to come, but you're just going to have to be patient. So thank you for your patience.